Hello, welcome to this presentation. In this session, we are going to look at creativity and innovation as one of the characteristics of entrepreneurs. So, by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to demonstrate the ability to generate novel ideas and solutions to complex problems, apply critical thinking skills to identify opportunities for innovation in various contexts, and develop a creative mindset and the confidence to take risks in exploring new possibilities. Now, let's look at the introduction to creativity and innovation. Both creativity and innovation are vital for the success of any venture. They allow entrepreneurs to stand out from the competition and address customer needs in innovative ways. So, what we are trying to say in this introduction is that for you to be competitive in the business, you have to be creative and innovation because change is almost every day. If you don't want to change, then change will change you. And what happens if change changes you? It means you're going to be wiped out from the business, and your competitor can get advantage of that. So basically, for you to be competitive in the business, you must be creative and innovative. Now, let us look at the definitions of both creativity and innovation. Beginning with the creativity. Creativity is the ability to generate unique and valuable ideas, whereas innovation is the process of implementing those ideas to create a new or improved products or services. So when you talk of innovation, it's simply introduction of new products in the market or modification of the current product in order to meet the consumer demands. So consumer demands or preferences keeps on changing every day. So for you to meet those demands, you must be innovative. That's number one. If you just want to modify the current product, or alternatively, you can just produce a new product in the market which has never been produced before by any entity. So that is how innovation helps you to remain competitive in the business. Now, let us look at some of the sources of new ideas because innovation is all about new ideas. So, where do you get the new ideas from? New ideas can come from various sources such as market trends, customer feedback, industry insights, and the technological advancement. So let me talk about the customer feedback now. Customer feedback is in terms of their complaints about your product. They normally give you feedback concerning your product, maybe the taste, the size, the color, the design, etc. So as an entrepreneur, you don't need to ignore those complaints. In fact, they will help you to make sure that you address the need of your customers. For example, if the complaint is all about the taste of the product, maybe uh, it is not matching what the customer expects, then you can modify that. Let me give example that you're producing maybe juice. So your customers are complaining that your juice is too sugary, it's too sweet. So it means you need to now reduce on the amount of sugar you put in the juice. So by doing that, actually you are getting the idea from who? From the customers through their feedback or their complaint. So another source of idea is collaborating with the others, attending conferences and engaging in networking activities can also expose you to new perspectives and generate fresh concepts. So we looked at the characteristic of entrepreneurship. We said that entrepreneurship is all about teamwork or collaboration. So entrepreneur likes working with the others. That's why we normally say that two heads is better than one head, or one hand cannot clap itself. So you need at least two hands to do the clapping. So therefore, you need to collaborate. You need to seek advice and then associate with the successful entrepreneurs. They will give you new and better ideas. Now, let us look at the creativity process. The process number one is the preparation, number two is incubation, number three is illumination, then number four is evaluation, and finally implementation. So, we're going to look at each one of them in details. So, let us begin with the preparation. So, what do you plan to do under preparation stage? And that is the first stage. You need to gather relevant information from different sources. So don't only rely on one source for information. You will not get uh, sufficient information you need. So you need to have at least more than two or three sources for information. The next one is you need to conduct research, which is through brainstorming. So when you talk of brainstorming, we encourage people to give their ideas. At this stage, we don't criticize anyone's idea. Okay, you keep on taking record. Whoever comes up with an idea, write it down. Don't criticize at this point. So that's how we also get new ideas for innovation or creativity. That is still under preparation stage. So this one helps you to identify key challenges in the market and also opportunities. There are opportunities in the market an ordinary person will not see. If you look at the characteristics of entrepreneur, we say that they are opportunity seekers. Okay, they find opportunities where an ordinary person cannot see. So that opportunity can also come through brainstorming. So encourage brainstorming. So that is basically what you need to do under preparation stage. Now let us go to the next stage, which is incubation now. So under incubation, you need to allow idea in your mind and give your subconscious time to connect different pieces of information. Remember, in the first stage, which is the preparation, you had gotten information from different sources. Now you need to rest at this point of incubation, whereby you need to connect now the information from different sources and make analysis. That is an incubation. Then also you need to take a break and also engage in unrelated activities. So when you talk of unrelated activities, we are talking about activities which are not now associated with the innovation or which is not associated with the idea of what you want to implement. You can take part in leisure by watching football matches, by doing anything you like, which is not related to innovation. That one gives you enough time to concentrate on what you want to implement during the incubation period. That is stage number two. Now let us go to stage number three. Stage number three is all about illumination. So this is where a sudden insight or breakthrough occurs. It is often referred to as the aha moment when a new idea or solution becomes clear. So at this point, it is inevitable. Nothing can stop you now from implementing your ideas because you had gathered enough information under preparation stage. You had connected all the informations under what you call incubation. Then finally, under illumination, this is where the breakthrough happens because you already have the sufficient information. In the next stage, which is stage number four, is now evaluation or evaluating the idea. So under evaluation stage, you need to assess the feasibility. When you talk of the feasibility, we are talking about the available resources to start the innovation. Do you have the resources available to start the innovation? That's what we call the feasibility study. Then also you need to do what you call viability. Viability is all about the profitability of the idea or of the project you are trying to implement. So on evaluation, you look at the visibility, which is the resource, then viability, which is the what? Which is the profitability of the project. Then the potential idea before moving forward. So these are the things you need to consider under evaluation. Also, you can consider market demand. Okay, what is the demand in the market? Then the resources required in terms of finance, also in terms of the human resource, and then the potential risks or challenges. Every idea has a challenge, so you need to look at those challenges if it is manageable. But if the challenge and the risk is not manageable, then it is wise for you not to continue to implement. But if the risks and the challenges can be managed, then you have no worry because entrepreneurship is all about taking risk. If you cannot take risk, then you cannot start up a venture. So basically, these are some of the activities you need to do under evaluation stage. Now, the final stage is the implementation. What happens on the implementation stage is you need to develop an action plan to turn the idea into a tangible outcome. That's why we said that you need to make the dream to become what? A reality. So at this point, you just have to implement now what you have been trying to do, starting from preparation stage, incubation, illumination, evaluation, then finally, you need to put it into action. You also need to outline the necessary steps, allocate resources, and establish timelines. The timelines could be in terms of the deadline. Every project has a deadline. If you don't set a deadline for yourself, then it is difficult for you to monitor your progress. So it's advisable to have a deadline so that you can be working depending on the deadline. That will also improve on your commitment because you will have that time frame not to extend. So when talk of resource allocations, of course, the finance you can't miss about it, and then also the human resource, the people who are going to work on the product you are planning to introduce in the market. So basically, these are some of the things you are supposed to do under implementation stage. Now let us look at innovation. What is innovation? Innovation involves transforming ideas into tangible outcomes that create value. It can result in the development of new products, services, processes, business models, or marketing strategies. So, successful innovation requires a balance between creativity, strategic planning. So, strategic planning can be in terms of long term planning, okay, and also it takes into consideration the aspect of a competition. So when you are trying to be competitive in the market, of course you have to be very strategic, then also resource allocation and the effective execution. So that's all about innovation. So trying to transform ideas into tangible outcomes, creating of new products in the market or modification of the current product to suit the demand of your customers. Innovation is not all about products. Okay, it can also be in terms of process. You want to change the way you operate, you can be innovative. You can do innovation in that by changing the process and then also the business model. Okay, or even the marketing. Some people are now doing what we call online marketing. So that is innovation. It's not all about product. It involves administration, it involves marketing and etc. Now let us look at the marketing research. Marketing research as part of creativity, as part of your innovation. Because if you want to be innovative, of course, you have to conduct what you call the marketing research. So marketing research plays a crucial role in the creation and start of a venture. It helps entrepreneurs understand the customer needs, market trends, and the competition. So when you are doing the marketing research, what are you focusing on? Of course, you are focusing on the customer needs. What are the customer lacking? What do they actually need? That's what you're focusing on. Is the product available in the market and who is offering that product? You need to look at that. And then also the level of competition in the business. Okay. The organizations who are offering the same product, how many are they and what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? These are the things you need to look at under marketing research. And then you also need to conduct market research to allow you to identify gaps in the market and then tailor your ideas accordingly. So you need to identify those gaps in terms of customer dissatisfaction. When customers are not satisfied, actually that's already a gap. So you need to find out why they are not satisfied, what is lacking. The moment you have the ability to spot out what is lacking, the reason why they are not satisfied, then you have the solutions to that problem, then that's already a very good venture because when customers are not satisfied, chances are high that they are not going to continue with the current product they're consuming. They are going to change. So it's important for you as an entrepreneur to identify those gaps, why they are not satisfied. So basically, that's about the market research as part of innovation. Now, another thing you need to look at is the building a strong value proposition. A value proposition is a unique selling point that distinguishes your venture from competitors. It communicates the benefits and the value that customers will receive by choosing your product or service. So let me give example of a restaurant. You are very hungry, you want to go and eat lunch. When you went to the restaurant, you found out that the soup is watery, okay, and too much salt, and it is even watery. Do you think you will have the value for your money? I don't think you'll have the value for the money. So that's already a point of dissatisfaction. You don't have the value for that money. Now, as an entrepreneur, you want to create proposition of your product. You want to make sure that the customer gives value to their product. What you need to do now is to have a restaurant which offers soup which is well spiced. Okay, when your soup is well spiced, the salt is moderate. Someone can add depending on his taste and preference. Then it means that the person who's going to eat from your restaurant has that value of the money because the soup is not watery. The salt is okay, everything is okay, the hygiene, the people who are serving, and even the overall customer care is okay. That is the value we are talking about. But from the previous restaurant, there is no value. So if you want to make that strong proposition, look at those weaknesses from your competitors. So to create a strong value proposition, focus on addressing customer pain points. I've already explained that. What is the pain point now? The point is the value for that money is no longer there. And when the customer doesn't feel that the value of the money is there, they are going to be dissatisfied with your services. And what happens when they are dissatisfied? Then they will never come back and buy from your business. So when they don't come back and buy from your business of course is going to collapse. Okay, because one dissatisfied customer can influence millions of customers not to buy from your business. So it's very dangerous. So make sure that you provide the best product to your employee, I mean to your customers, so that they will keep coming and also convince potential customers to come and buy from your business. So now let us look at drafting a business plan as part of innovation and creativity. A business plan outlines the strategy, goals, and operational details of your venture. It provides a roadmap for success and it serves as a guide for decision making. So when you talk of a business plan, it's all about the roadmap, or it is a guide from the idea to now execution of the idea. That's the business plan. So in a business plan, you need to include the market analysis section. This market analysis will help you to determine the kind of competition in the market, and also the kind of the product you want to produce in the market, and then also the target audience. The target audience could be the target market, people who are going to buy your product, or the target consumers. And it could also be the people whom you are going to address your business plan to, in case if you are looking for external support, a fund to fund your business. Then you can also include marketing strategies. Okay, marketing strategy in terms of expansion, in terms of market share. Because when you're entering the business for the first time, it is very important. You need to be strategic in terms of promotion, lowering the price down, things like that. All this is what you call a marketing strategy. Then you also need to have a financial plan and a projection in terms of where are you going to get the startup capital from? Is it through borrowing? How much is the interest? These are the things you consider when you are thinking of borrowing, and also terms and conditions for payment. And also, still under financial plan and projection, you have to have expectation. How much are you expecting from that business? Because if you can't expect a reasonable amount of money or profit from the business, it is not good for you to start such a business. Then operational process or plan in terms of the human resource, the people who are going to run the business, and then also when you are planning to execute or to start up a business. So these are some of the things you need to involve in your business plan. Now let us look at securing funding and the resources to fund your innovation or your creative ideas. So, starting a venture often requires financial resources to cover expenses such as product development, marketing, and operational cost. So, when you talk of product development, of course, yeah, you need a raw material. Okay, if you want to produce maybe, let me say, sugar. That's what you want. So, what are the raw material for sugar? Of course, you cannot miss to talk about the sugar cane. So, you need to look at that raw material. Where are you going to get it from if you want to make sugar? Okay. Then also the marketing. The marketing comes with a lot of expenses in terms of advertisement. If you don't do a proper advertisement, especially if you are new in the market, then the population will not know about your product. So for you to be known, you have to do extensive marketing. You can use radio stations, TV, newspapers, etc. to market your business or to market your product. So this one also requires money. Where do you get the money from? Then the operational cost, of course, the human resource, they have to be paid, and then also a cost can be in terms of rent if you are renting, and can also be in terms of tax or paying government, because the government will not allow you to operate illegally or without any registration. So you need to look for that kind of money in order to secure registration with the government, etc. So these are some of the things you need to look at under securing fund for managing your business or for starting your business. So you can explore various funding options such as loans, grants, crowdfunding, or seeking investors. By seeking investors, it's basically about now partnership. Okay, you can write a business proposal, a business plan, and address to the investors. Maybe someone can take interest in your business and do business with you. Now, let us look at building a strong team. Innovation is all about a teamwork. You can't work alone. So, you need to surround yourself with a talented and a dedicated team in order to be successful. Otherwise, if you have people who are not dedicated, people who always see failure, then you will not be very successful in your attempt to be innovative, because innovation involves risks. Of course, you have to take risk. If you have people who fear to take risk, you're coming up with an idea, they think of the risk. You're coming up with something new, they think of failure. So such kind of people will not allow you to develop. So as an entrepreneur, you need to make sure that you are associated with people who are creative, people who are innovative, people who are ready to take risk. Still, under building a strong team for innovation, you need to identify individuals with the complementary skills or sharing values. You know, there are people with the extraordinary skills. You need to look for such kind of people. They are very, very important in your innovation plan. So, if you don't have such people with complementary or supplementary skills, then it's going to be very difficult for you to venture something new. Then you need to foster collaborative and inclusive culture that encourages creativity, innovation, and open communication. By this point, we are simply saying that you need to allow anyone to express or to tell what he or she has in mind. So you need to have that culture to encourage people to come up with the creative ideas. Don't criticize anyone's idea, okay? But if you keep on criticizing, people will fear to bring new ideas to you. So whenever someone suggests something very innovative or something new, take it positively and then study it. You never know, it might be of help. So in summary, allow people to share ideas. So that is how you build a very strong team for innovation. The next thing now is developing a marketing strategy. If you have a team, now what do you do is, of course, to have the strategy in place. So, a well defined marketing strategy is very important to promote your venture and attract customers. How do you have the strategy? Like I've told you, of course, advertisement as part of the marketing strategy is very, very crucial. And also promotion, okay, it's very important if you are just starting. And don't forget about the quality of your product. You see, if the quality of your product is okay, then customers will always come. They will keep on referring potential customers to your business. But if you don't mind about quality, you are producing product which is below the standard, and you are just entering the market, it's very difficult for you to sustain or to remain in the market. So you need to be very strategic in terms of producing quality product to meet customer satisfaction. Under marketing strategy, you need to identify your target audience or their target customers. Who are your target customers? Then understand their needs and develop compelling messaging that resonates with them. Then you need to utilize various marketing channels such as social media, content marketing, influencer, partnership, and traditional advertisement in order for you to be very competitive in the market. So basically, these are some of the things you need to do as an entrepreneur under marketing strategy. Now we look at managing risks and challenge. Of course, innovation comes with risks and the challenge, but it should not be a point of view not trying to be innovative. So entrepreneurship involves inherent risks and challenges that need to be managed effectively. From the beginning, we already know that the entrepreneurship is all about taking risks. There's no way you can be very successful an entrepreneur if you don't take risks. Risks can be in terms of finance risk, whereby the business might fail, then you lose your money. Some people they fear to lose their money, and then risk can also be in terms of political instability. You start up a business today, and then tomorrow there is insecurity in the area. Okay, people are not coming to buy, people are running away, yet you have just started the business. So these are some of the risks people fear. But as an entrepreneur, of course, you need to study the risk and then make sure that you take them appropriately. Then you need to conduct a comprehensive risk assessment and develop contingency plans to mitigate potential threats. So when we talk of contingency plans, it's all about being ready or having a plan B in place. So as an entrepreneur, you always need to have that plan B to help mitigate potential risk or threat in case they come. Then finally, seek advice from mentors, industry experts, and peers to navigate challenges and make informed decisions. We have successful entrepreneurs or mentors. You need to seek advice from them. Okay, industry experts, people who have been in the industry for more than decades, you need to also seek their advice. They will help you a lot in terms of managing risks and challenge in your attempt to be innovative. Lastly, let us look at now scaling and growth strategies now. We have been through a lot of processes. Now we are assuming that the business is growing. How do you sustain the growth? So you need to evaluate expansion opportunities, explore new markets, and consider partnership. That's one thing you need to look at under growth. There is always new market, new opportunities, because at the moment now you have customers, you have the resources, you have everything you need. The market share is there, the brand, everyone knows you now. You need now to explore what? New ideas, and also look for partnerships. Don't work alone. That's why if you look at the big organizations, they are having a partnership. That's because they are now on growth stage. They have developed, they have everything they want. Then you need to continuously innovate and refine your products or services to meet evolving customer demands. Innovation is, of course, something you cannot avoid under growth stage, because the customer needs keeps on evolving or it keeps on changing. So you need to change your products depending on the needs of your customers. Otherwise, if you don't change your products depending on their needs, however much you produce quality product, but if it is not what they want, of course, they will not continue buying it. So therefore, you need to make sure that you always change the service or the product in order to meet the demand of your customer. So basically, that's what I had for you in this presentation. Thank you so much for watching.